Okay, just to let everyone know, we are streaming live on YouTube to be in compliance with the Texas Open Courts Act. The courtroom doors are also open as well. You ready? Okay, we're on the record in cause number DF22079190. Counsel, would you please state your name for the record?
Good morning, Melissa Osterhoff for the co-petitioners.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. Vincent Carrizales for respondent father.
Thank you. And Ms. Vera, would you please remove yourself off of mute? Okay. Please state your name for the record.
My name is Irene M. Vera, license number 1643.
Okay. Now you may raise your right hand. Do you swear to properly translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English?
I do.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. Okay, and Ms. Vera, you have both parties on a three-way call, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right.
Irene, I'm going to direct the questions to Gerson, and then I'm just going to ask Blanca if her answers would be the same. So I'll be talking to him. All right. May I proceed, Judge?
Yes, you may.
All right, thank you. Sir, please state your complete name.
Señor, diga su nombre completo. I'm having problems hearing. I had them on the phone. I could hear them on the phone just fine.
It says connecting to audio.
Right, but I should be able to hear. I'm on the phone with them for simultaneous. And I just heard them a second ago. Señor Rodríguez, ¿me oye? ¿Por el teléfono? Ahora sí. Ok. Diga su nombre completo para que conste en el acta.
Gerson Alexander Rodríguez Zambrano.
Gerson Alexander Rodríguez Zambrano.
Are you the first cousin once removed of Isaias Alberto Rodriguez Membreno?
¿Cómo dice?
What did you say?
Are you the first cousin of Isaias Alberto Rodriguez Membreno?
Sí.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Was he born on March 21st, 2017?
I'm sorry, Counsel. I got some feedback and I didn't catch the first part of your question.
Sure. Was the child born on March 21st of 2017?
¿Y yo?
¿Cómo dice?
What did you say?
Was the child born on March 21st of 2017?
Sí, sí.
Yes.
Okay. And is Fatima Julissa Membreno Oriana the biological mother of the child?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And is she deceased?
Sí.
Yes. She passed away.
Are you listed as the father on Isaias's birth certificate?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Is your cousin, George Rodriguez, the true biological father of the child?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Is your name listed on Isaias's birth certificate because the biological father went missing?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And have you and the co-petitioner lived in Texas for the past 6 months?
Sí.
Yeah. Yes.
And have you and co-petitioner lived in Dallas County for the past 90 days?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Are you and co-petitioner Blanca the only individuals available to care for the child?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And was the child abandoned by his father around 2017?
Sí.
And did the child's father disappear? And to this day, no one knows where he is located.
Sí, nadie sabe.
Yes,
Okay.
nobody knows.
And since the time of abandonment, has the child's father neglected to provide any type of support, financial or otherwise, for the care of the child?
No.
No.
Okay. And around 2017, did the child's mother leave the then infant child in your care?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And since that time, have you been the primary care provider for the child?
Sí.
Yes.
And since that time, has the child's mother failed to provide any type of regular support, financial or otherwise, for the care of the child?
No. No.
No. No.
Okay. And is it true that the child does not have any regular communication or relationship with his father?
No, no tiene.
No, he
Okay.
doesn't have.
And is it true that the child does not own any property?
No, no. No.
No, no.
Okay. Does the child have any property?
No.
No.
Okay. Is the child in school?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. And it is in the child's best interest to remain living with you and co-petitioner in the United States?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking the court to appoint you joint managing conservator of the child with a co-petitioner?
Sí.
Yes.
Are you a suitable and competent adult capable of carrying out the rights and duties as expressed in the proposed order?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe that the orders and findings contained in the proposed order are in the best interest of the child?
Sí.
Yes.
And are you asking the court to grant the order and findings as written in the proposed order?
No le escuché como me.
I didn't hear that.
Are you asking the court to grant the order and findings as written in the proposed order?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. I would now like to address co-petitioner. Blanca, would you please state your complete name for the record?
Sí. Blanca Estela Rivera Rodríguez.
Blanca Estela Rivera Rodriguez.
Blanca, did you listen to all the questions that I just asked to Gerson?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. If I asked you those questions, would your answers be the same?
Sí.
Yes.
And are you asking the court to appoint you joint managing conservator of Isaias with Gerson?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass the witnesses.
Judge, I'll just address Mr. Rivera Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez, my name is Vincent Carrizales. Do you understand that my role here today is that I represent the father, George Rodriguez? Blanca, did you hear me?
¿Escuchó, señor
Repítame.
Rodriguez?
No, repítame, por favor, no le escuché.
No, repeat, please. I didn't hear that very well.
I was asking Blanca, since she was still on the record. Blanca, do you understand that I represent the father, George Rodriguez?
Sí.
Yes.
And that my role is to try to make sure that he has been served correctly?
Sí.
Yes.
And part of this case, you gave information to me and to your attorney about Mr. Rodriguez. You remember that?
Sí,
Yes.
Sí.
Yes.
Do you believe there's any more information you could give to me or to this court to help us find him?
no,
No.
Do you think if we had more time to try and look for him that we'd be able to find him or locate him?
no estoy segura de ello. Porque
I'm not
ya
sure.
son muchos años.
I'm not sure because it's already been many years.
And it's fair, it's been about 6 years since you've seen or heard from him or his family members. Is that right?
Sí,
Yes.
Your Honor, I have filed a report of the attorney ad litem as well as a statement of the evidence based on my research and what I've done based on the information given to me by the clients. I believe that Mr. Rodriguez is probably before the court, and I would pass the witness.
Thank you. Any other witnesses?
None, Your Honor.
I
Okay,
have no other witnesses, Your Honor.
okay. The court accepts the testimony of the witnesses and will grant the order as written when it's tendered to the court. The court finds that George Rodriguez was served by publication on July 6, 2022 in the Daily Commercial. And the return has been on the file since August 5th of 2022. To date, there has been no answer or any appearance made by Mr. Rodriguez personally, that I will accept the testimony of the ad litem report and find that Mr. George Rodriguez is proper before the court. We're off the record. The Odyssey crashed on me. So I was in the middle of signing a statement of evidence and it crashed. So whenever I don't know how soon I'll get the order now. So whenever I get it, I'll sign it and the statement of evidence and get it back to you.
Sounds great. Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it. All
Thank you all for being here.
right. Have a great weekend.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Odyssey.
gracias.
Gracias.
Yes. De nada. I'm trying to get back into Odyssey. All right. Are we still waiting on Mr. Simmons?
Yeah, I don't see him logged in yet. I've emailed him asking him where is he at. I don't know if he's having an issue, but I mean, he signed the order and has submitted the report in agreement. So I don't think he opposes anything we're doing. And I
No,
don't think-
and I believe you can start. I mean, we can do the prove up without him because he did put the report on file.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm ready to proceed.
Okay, let me, Joey, what you do? Okay, there it is. Let me see if Odyssey feels like working again.
Mr. Bagat, I got your exhibits also.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, I was able to pull the order up. Let's see if I can sign anything. Oh, can't sign it, but I can see your order, but I can't sign it.
I'll be there later this morning if you want to sign it, and I can walk it to the clerk or whatever.
You know, you don't really have to do that. I know the process is so much easier to do it digitally. So I'll figure it out. I may just have to do it in Adobe.
Okay.
All right, are we ready to proceed?
Yes, we're ready. Miss, oh, there she is.
Okay. All right, we're on the record in cause number DF 2204-860. Councils, would you please state your names for the record?
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Rohit Bhagat, and I'm the attorney for Andrea Sandoval, the petitioner in this action.
Okay,
Judge, I'm Jim Cobb. I'm the publication ad litem for the father, Jose Gomez.
okay. And the amicus attorney is Michael K. Simmons. He is not present at today's hearing. However, he did file an order. He did file a report and sign the order as well. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's see. Ms. Sandoval, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Could you please state your name for your full name for the record?
Andrea Isabel Sandoval?
And Ms. Sandoval, are you the petitioner in this divorce case?
Yes.
At the time that this divorce case was filed, were you residing in Dallas County, Texas for the preceding 6-month period?
Yes.
Are you currently married to Jose Roman Gomez?
Yes.
And does the divorce decree we present to the court grant your divorce to Mr. Gomez on the grounds of living apart, cruelty, and conviction of a felony?
Yes.
And were you married to Mr. Gomez on or about April 25th, 2014?
Yes.
And did you cease to live together as a spouse in December of 2014?
Yes.
Do you have any minor children born between you and Mr. Gomez?
Yes. My 2 younger children,
And what are their names?
Jose Emilio Gomez and Marlene Isabel Gomez.
Okay. And just for the record, you're not expecting any child at this time, correct?
No.
Okay. Can you briefly describe to the court the circumstances that led to your separation with your husband on or about December 2014?
He sexually abused my oldest daughter, which at that time was his stepdaughter.
Okay. And at that time, you, your daughter, and the children of this suit were all living together with Mr. Gomez in the same home, correct?
Yes.
And because of his actions, was Mr. Gomez arrested?
Yes.
And did Mr. Gomez sign a judicial confession related to his actions?
Yes.
What I have is Exhibit B, Petitioner's Exhibit B, that has been submitted to the court. Is this a certified copy of the judicial confession?
Yes.
And Judge, I'd like to offer Exhibit B and put it into the record.
Okay, any objection?
Objection.
Exhibit B is admitted.
And Ms. Sandoval, in Exhibit B, it just clearly indicates that he has committed the crime of aggravated assault to a child under the Texas Penal Code, correct?
Yes.
And because of his actions, did he serve a 5-year prison sentence?
Yes, he did.
And then also because of his citizenship, was he deported?
Yes.
And during this case, on or about April 13, 2022, did we file a motion for citation of publication?
Yes.
And does that motion contain a supporting affidavit about your inability to locate Mr. Gomez?
Yes.
After what occurred between him and your daughter, was it difficult to maintain communication and contact with Mr. Gomez?
Yes.
Do you think, do you know where he is living or where he is working at this time?
I just know that he was deported to Mexico.
Okay. Has he attempted to contact you in early 2020?
He did when he was released.
And was that from a blocked number?
Yes.
Did he give, at that time, did he give you any other type of contact information about where he was going or addresses he was staying out or anything like that?
No.
And on that phone call, when you were talking to him, did you advise him that you were going to file this case?
Yes.
And what was his response?
He just told me to do what I needed to do, that he trusted me at taking care of the kids.
And if you had more time to find Mr. Gomez, do you think you'd be able to locate him?
No,
And in this case, did the court appoint an ad litem attorney to also search for Mr. Gomez?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Did the court appoint an ad litem to search for Mr. Gomez?
Yes,
That's Attorney Jim Cobb, correct?
yes,
As a part of our termination portion in this case, are you asking that the court grant the termination of the parent-child relationship on the grounds that he has failed to support the children and that he had committed a serious injury or death upon a child under the Texas Penal Code?
yes,
Okay, and just to be clear, since Mr. Gomez has been away from you, has he provided any support to the children since 2014?
no, he hasn't.
Okay, and how are the children doing health-wise?
Good,
And in school, how are they doing?
they're doing great, AB honor rolls.
And are you actively involved in parent-teachers associations?
I'm the vice president for PTA.
Okay, and what is your current family living arrangement?
Good, we have a stable home, we all live together.
What would you describe this family support system as? What does it consist of?
I mean, we all support each
The
other.
individuals, like who support, where are the individuals in the family?
Oh, I am now in a new relationship. I'm currently engaged. And I have a bonus daughter. I don't like to say stepdaughter. And then my partner's parents and my little brother-in-law.
Okay, and your fiance, that's Oberlin Mendoza.
Yes,
Could you describe his impact on the children?
yeah, he's been a great support, a good role model for them. Has helped them all out with that father figure.
Okay, and do you think it's in the best interest of the children that the parent-child relationship be terminated between Mr. Gomez and the children?
Yes,
And an amicus attorney was appointed in this case as well, correct?
yes,
And has that amicus attorney, Mr. Simmons, filed with the court his report and also approved the termination order?
yes,
And regarding the children's last names, are you asking for their last names to be changed from Gomez to Sandoval, your last name?
yes,
As a part of the termination, if it's granted, are you asking for the court to appoint you the sole conservator of the children?
yes,
Regarding the division of assets that's contained in the divorce decree, have you had a chance to review that division?
yes, I did.
Do you find it to be fair to the parties?
Yes,
And do you believe that all the orders that we're presenting to the court today are in the children's best interest?
yes,
And that do you pray that the court grant your divorce decree that you have submitted to the court?
yes.
Okay, I'll pass this witness.
Okay, Mr. Cobb. You're on mute, Mr. Cobb.
Judge, I don't have any questions for the witness, but I will report that she gave me information to search for the respondent. My report details the information she gave me, what websites I used, what results I had. And I think I've exercised due diligence to find him, and he's probably before the court on the publication as reported in my written report on file with the court.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Cobb. All right. Is there any? Let me mute Mr. Cobb. Okay, there we go. Is there any, do you have any other witnesses, Mr. Rohit?
No, ma'am, no other witnesses.
Okay. I do have a question. I didn't see it in here. Maybe you can point me into the right direction if I missed it. I'm looking in the order. I don't see the name change for the children.
Okay, let's see. I think it's on page 3, the top section, like the top quarter.
Oh, I see it. Jose Emilio's name is changed to Jose Emilio Sandoval. That correct?
Correct.
Okay, I have it. The court, after hearing testimony and the evidence submitted, the court will grant the divorce and the order for the termination following the recommendation from the amicus attorney, Michael K. Simmons, whose report is on file with the court, finding that he believed that it was in the best interest to terminate the parent-child relationship. And the court will also find that based on the report of the publication attorney, Mr. Cobb, that due diligence was exercised in attempting to locate the respondent. The court has signed a decree and you will have it to you shortly.
Judge,
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you all for being here. Have a
Thank
good
you
one.
so much.
Judge, I'm going to do my Collin County one and bounce back to you because I have another one online in a few
Sounds good.
minutes.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Mr. Cobb. Okay. Mr. Carrizales, what is your case number?
Should be on one of the ones that I have. It's 22-07242.
072. All right. Are you ready to proceed on this one? Or is your
I'm
client?
ready. Yeah, she's the only other one on here. She has I'd originally set up with her name, but I had to change it.
Okay. My court reporter stepped out really briefly. As soon as she comes back, we'll be ready to go on yours. On that one. And you said you have another one?
Yeah, I was on Melissa's.
Oh, okay. I got
I
you.
was on Miss Osterhoff's.
Okay. I have that one. Let me admit the other ones.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Acosta. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Good morning, Mr. Simmons.
Good morning, Judge.
We actually literally just finished your case. You signed the order as well as I read your report, so I accepted the order, signed it, so you're good to go.
Okay, I'm sorry I was late.
You're okay. I know it's Friday. It's a lot going on. You were great.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. You may be excused.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Chavez.
Good morning, Your Honor. I never got your email yesterday, just a heads up.
Really? Okay. Well, maybe she's sending it. My coordinator, I gave a copy of the memorandum to mom while she was in the courtroom, and I emailed the memo to my coordinator, but she was out on that conference.
Okay, no problem.
She's probably catching up, but it is online.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll go in there and download it.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Carrizales, you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Whenever you are.
Okay, I am ready. We are on the record in cause number DF 07242. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you need to, I'm going to be interpreting for her. Do you need to sign me or to swear me in for anything on that?
Yes. Okay, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to properly translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, would your client please raise her right hand?
Señora, por favor, levante su mano derecha. Señora Estrada, gracias.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Usted, señora, afirma o jura que lo que va a decir será la verdad y toda la verdad?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. Mr. Carrizales, you may
Bajo
proceed.
su mano, señora. Thank you, Your Honor. Is your name Araice Estrada? Señora, ¿está su nombre Araice Estrada?
Sí.
Yes. Are you the petitioner in this case? And are you married to Cirilo Espinosa Jaimes? ¿Usted está el demandante en este caso y está casado con Cirilo Espinosa Jaimes?
Sí, correcto.
Yes, correct. Did you were you married to your husband on or about the 4th of September of 2014? ¿Usted casó con su esposo más o menos el 4 de septiembre de 2014?
Sí,
Yes. Are you a resident of Dallas County in the state of Texas for the past 6 months before filing this case? ¿Usted es residente del condado de Dallas, del estado de Texas, por los últimos 6 meses antes de presentar esta demanda?
sí,
Yes. Did you and your husband cease to live together as husband and wife in 2022? Usted y su esposo dejaron de vivir junto como esposo y esposa en 2022?
sí, correcto.
Yes, that's correct. Did your marriage become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities and destroys the legitimate ends of the marital relationship? Su matrimonio se ha hecho insoportable por conflictos de personalidad y discordia que destruyó la relación legítima de su matrimonio?
Sí, correcto.
Yes, that's correct. Is there any possibility of reconciliation? ¿Hay posibilidad de reconciliación?
No,
No. The two of you had 2 children during your marriage, is that right? Usted y su esposo tuvieron 2 hijos durante su matrimonio, ¿es correcto?
sí, correcto.
Yes, that's correct. Are you expecting a child at this time? ¿Usted está esperando un niño en este momento?
No,
No. Were there any other children born or adopted during the marriage? Otros niños nacidos adoptados durante este matrimonio?
no,
No. Was there any history of family violence during the 2 years before the case was filed? ¿Fue historia de violencia doméstica por los 2 años anteriores antes de presentar esta demanda?
sí,
Yes. You are asking the court to give him that you be joint managing conservators and that he pay child support. Is that correct? Usted está pidiendo que él sea conservador junto y que él pague manutención a ustedes, ¿correcto?
sí, correcto.
And we also have a division of property in this case. Do you think that's fair and equitable to both you and your husband? Tenemos una división de propiedad en este caso. ¿Piensa que ese es justo y a usted y su esposo?
¿Cuál fue la pregunta?
I'm sorry, can you ask the question again? Señor, tenemos we have a division of property in this case. Do you believe that the division of property is fair to both you and your husband? Señor, tenemos una división incluido en este decreto final de divorcio. ¿Usted piensa que ese es justo a usted y a su esposo?
Sí,
Yes. Are you asking that the court grant your divorce today? ¿Usted está pidiendo al corte que le da su divorcio a día de hoy?
sí.
Yes. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Carrizales, you asked her if was there a history of family violence during the 2 years before the case was filed? She answered yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it still the joint managing conservators?
Well, Your Honor, if I'm perfectly honest, that was not something that I had been told before. So we had discussed doing joint managed conservatorship and she never had an issue with it. That was the first time I had heard about the family violence, even though we had asked before. So if you want me to go further into it, I can, but she was fine with joint managed conservatorship and had signed for that, Your Honor.
Yes, I would need some testimony on that as well as the child support.
Oh, okay. Ma'am, we have asked or put in our order that your husband pay $1,350 in child support. Señora, hemos pedido al corte que su esposo paga $1,350 al mes por manutención, ¿es correcto?
Correcto.
That's correct. And is that because that's how much your husband has been paying you in the past? ¿Eso es porque esa es el cantidad que su esposo le había estado pagando en el pasado?
No, fue algo que se sacó como un porcentaje.
No, we decided on that because it was the percentage of his earnings. Senor, is that because you had a copy of his paycheck stub? ¿Eso es porque usted tenía un copia de su talón de cheque?
Sí, los statements del banco.
Yes, and I also had bank statements. And based on that, is that why we chose the number that we had? Y basado en estos porcentajes, Por eso elegimos esta cantidad.
Sí.
Yes, that's correct. For family violence, Ms. Estrada, are you saying that there has been family violence 2 years prior, in the 2 years before you filed for this divorce? Señora Estrada, ¿está diciendo que había estado violencia doméstica en los 2 años antes de presentar esta demanda?
Sí, todo ya se empeoró el año pasado.
Yes, it all happened in last year. Ms. Estrada, we had discussed joint managed conservatorship, and you had been okay with that because he has been seeing the children. Is that right? Señora Estrada, hablábamos de que él sea un conservador junto porque él había estado visitando con los niños, ¿es correcto?
Sí, nosotros, él está esperando papeles del divorcio, pero no se quiere ir de la casa. Estamos juntos, pero cada quien ya vive separado en un cuarto.
Yes, what's going on right now is he still lives at the house and we're okay. He sees the children. He's waiting for the divorce decree to be finalized so that he can leave. But basically, he lives in his room. I live in my room. We don't have any problems right now. Your Honor, is that enough on your end, or?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Then I'll pass the witness again, Judge.
Okay, thank you. All right, the court, after hearing the testimony, the court will accept the testimony and scroll back up.
Después de escuchar este testimonio, el corte va a.
The court will grant the divorce.
Va a dar el divorcio.
Okay.
All right. The court also finds that Cerillo Espinosa was served with this divorce petition on May 18th of 2022.
El corte también encuentra que el señor Cirilo Espinosa Jaimes fue servido con citatorio el 18 de mayo de 2022.
Sí.
The return has been on file with the court since June 2nd of 2022.
La locación había estado en la acta desde el 2 de junio de 2022.
Mr. Espinosa has not filed an answer, nor has he appeared before the court in person or by waiver, so he is in default.
El señor Espinosa no ha presentado ni ha archivado una respuesta, no ha estado en persona en este caso.
Okay. The court has signed the decree and you should receive it sometime today.
El corte ha firmado el decreto y lo va a recibir el día de hoy.
Okay. Y sobre la propiedad, hay todo lo que yo pedí es lo que se va a quedar a mí.
Your Honor, I'll talk to her about the rest of it, Judge.
Okay.
Offline. Thank you.
Thank you. You all may be excused. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Thank you. I'm going to put you all on a brief hold really quick. Someone just walked into the courtroom. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. DF 2209-872. Hughes.
Your Honor,
Good morning.
good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. My name is Nicholas Ngetich, and I'm attorney for Florence Akech Oywer.
Okay.
Give me 1 minute. Let me fix my client's Zoom.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I see DF 2214-710 Tomlin.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. My
Good morning.
client was here. I don't know if she's having technical problems. Miss Tracy Tomlin.
She is, because she's logged in like 2 or 3 times and then
Yes.
it'll drop.
She did file. We did file a prove up affidavit. I don't know if that would be enough because I tried to lay out everything she would testify to.
Is it a default?
Yes.
Then she would have to put it on the record.
Okay.
Yes. If you wanted to take a moment to reach out to her, and that's fine.
I will try. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Okay.
Judge, we have,
Is it Natich?
yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And we are back.
You're ready to proceed?
Yes, we are ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay. You ready? We're on the record in cause number DF 2209-872. Counsel, would you please state your name for the record?
Nicholas Ngetich, attorney for Florence Oywer.
All right. Would you please raise your right hand? Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. Mr. Natich, you may proceed.
Is your name Florence Akech Oywer, and are you the petitioner in this suit for divorce?
Yes.
Are you presently married to Kenneth Dwayne Hughes?
Yes.
At the time the divorce was filed, was your husband a domiciliary of Texas for the preceding 6-month period and a resident of Dallas County for the preceding 90-day period?
Yes.
Did you and your spouse stop living together as husband and wife in or about May 2021?
Yes.
Has your marriage to Kenneth Dwayne Hughes become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship?
Yes.
Is there a reasonable expectation of reconciliation?
No.
Do you have a child born or adopted with your spouse, Kenneth Dwayne Hughes?
No.
Are you asking the court that Kenneth Dwayne Hughes and you divide all property according to the decree?
Yes.
Are you asking the court that all debts in each party's names be assumed by that party?
Yes.
Are you requesting any name changes?
No.
Is the copy of the divorce decree submitted to the court bearing your signature, your final decree of divorce?
Yes.
Do you respectfully ask the court to grant your divorce?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. I pass the witness back.
Okay, thank you. The court finds that respondent was served with a copy of this divorce petition on October the 12th of 2022. The return has been on file with the court since October the 20th of 2022. And respondent has failed to file an answer or a waiver or appear before the court. Therefore, he is in default. Before I grant the divorce, I do have to ask your client, is she expecting a child? Are you expecting a child at this time?
No.
Okay. The court grants your divorce. I have signed the order and you all will be able to see it online here shortly. I forgot that my coordinator is out for today. She'll be back on Monday, because normally you would have gotten a decree the same day. But since she's out, you'll be able to download it from the court's website. Well,
Thank
the
you.
house, Odyssey, whatever it's called online.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You all may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too. All right. Let's see who's next.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes.
I did call my client, Ms. Tomlin. She's not able to log in. I called her on my cell. Would she be able to testify on speakerphone with my cell phone?
Let me ask my court reporter if that would be okay. If she could, she's not able to log in. If she could, wait a minute, hold on. Let me try to admit her. I see she just popped on.
Okay.
Okay. She getting, it says joining.
Ms. Tomlin, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We're on the record in cause number DF 2214710, Tomlin case. Counsel, would you please state your name for the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Daniel Simonek, attorney for petitioner Tracy Tomlin.
Okay. And would your client please, Ms. Tomlin, would you please raise your right hand?
Yes.
Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Tomlin, please speak up as best as you can so the court reporter can hear you, okay? Ma'am, please state your name for the record.
Tracy Tomlin.
Are you presently married to Rory Jean Tomlin?
Yes.
Have you been domiciled in Texas for at least 6 months?
Yes.
Have you been a resident of Dallas County for the 90-day period preceding the filing of this divorce action?
Yes.
Is it true that you were married on or about November the 27th of 2015 and ceased to live together as spouses on or about May the 16th of 2021?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Johnson was served on November the 2nd of 2022 with the original petition for divorce, and the return of service has been on file with the clerk since November the 4th of 2022. Is that correct?
Mr. Tomlin, yes.
Mr. Tomlin, that's right. My mistake. Sorry about that. Now, he's not filed an answer and you're wanting to proceed with a default against him. Is that correct?
Yes.
Has your marriage to Mr. Tomlin become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship?
Yes.
Is there any chance of the two of you reconciling?
No.
Now, you have one child with your husband. Is that correct?
Yes.
Could you tell the court the child's name and age?
Brielle Tomlin, 7.
Were any children adopted during the marriage?
No.
Are you expecting a child at this time?
No.
Now, your husband is incarcerated for sexually abusing your daughter. Is that correct?
Yes.
And there was continued sexual abuse over a long period. Is that correct?
Yes.
And there's also a long history of him committing family violence against you. Is that right?
Yes.
On May the 16th of 2021, that's the day that you walked in on him abusing your daughter. Is that right?
Yes.
And when you did that, then he attacked you after that. Is that right?
Yes.
And the police were called. Is that right?
Yes.
And is it true that he has been arrested many times for domestic violence?
Yes.
And is it also true he's been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, among other things? Is that right?
Yes.
And because of all this, you're asking to be named sole managing conservator of the child with the right to determine the child's residence. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you're also asking that no visitation be ordered. Is that right?
Yes.
And you're asking that the permanent injunctions that we pled for, that those be granted.
Yes.
Now, you understand, since he's incarcerated, the court's not going to be able to order child support. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is it true that you and your husband did not accumulate any appreciable property or debts during the marriage?
Yes.
You just want to be awarded the property and personal effects in your possession, and your husband be awarded the property and personal effects in his possession. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you're also asking that your name be changed back to your maiden name. Is that correct?
Yes.
And could you tell the court what your maiden name is?
Hunt.
Okay. Are you asking for this name change to avoid any criminal or civil liabilities?
No.
Okay. Do you think that the provisions in this decree are fair and equitable to both you and your husband?
Yes.
Now, you have reviewed the proposed final decree and you've signed off on that decree and it's been filed with the court. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to grant you a divorce and the other relief requested?
Yes.
Okay, nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. The court finds that Worry Tomlin was served with a copy of this divorce petition on November the 2nd of 2022. The return has been on file with the court since November the 4th of 2022. He has failed to file an answer or a waiver, and he is in default. The court accepts the decree as written. Can't remember if I said it, but the divorce is granted. And I have signed the order and it will be on file with the court sometime today for you to download.
Thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome. You may be excused.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, let me admit everyone else that's in the waiting room. Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
Morning. If I could put you all on a quick recess. I have a wedding in the courtroom I just wanted to do really quick, so I will be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
No, thank you.
Okay, I'm back. All right. We love weddings in the 255, so. DF 2207933. That is Clementina Suarez and Alexandro Garza. Oh, you're here. Okay.
Cold, but my email is broken. I don't know how. I cannot log in. I
Okay.
couldn't log in this morning.
Okay, she's present in the courtroom.
I thought all the way.
Okay, we're on the record and calls number DF 2207933. Will you please state your name for the record?
My name is Clementina. What is the name?
Okay, and you are the petitioner in this case, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth? Okay, you may proceed.
Okay. My name is Clementina Suarez Trevino. I currently reside at 4206 Maryland Avenue, Dallas, Texas. I've been living in Dallas, Texas for 6 months and in this county for at least 90 days. The respondent has been served with a citation by posting at the courthouse door for 7 days, beginning on December 9, 2022. The citation was returned to the court on December 20, 2022. We were married on second January of 2020, and we stopped to live together as a spouse or on about on March 9 of 2020. I tried to find Elisandro Garza with no result. I don't know what is currently living the respondent. The respondent and I have since stopped living together as a spouse. There is no chance of reconciliation. We don't have any children or adopted children. I'm not currently pregnant. And there is no hope that the respondent and I will get back together. Sorry.
Oops, okay.
There is no property or debts accumulated by the responder on leaving the marriage, and I'm not requesting a change of name. I just asking to the judge to have my final proposed order approved.
Okay. The court finds that Alessandro Garza was served by posting at the courthouse on December 9th, 2022. The return of service has been on file since December 20th of 2022. He has not filed an answer or made an appearance in this case. He is proper before the court. The court will grant the divorce and has signed the decree. It will be on file here shortly with the court, so you can request a copy of it from downstairs.
Oh,
okay, thank you. We're off the record. Okay. Next case is DF 2210369 Johnson and E. Garden. Oops, I'm on mute. No, I'm not on mute. DF 2210369. Is it Toroisia?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You
All
have
right.
to
You have to
turn your
turn
video
your
on.
video. Okay. I'm sorry.
No problem. Okay. Now I don't hear the feedback. All right. Are you representing yourself in this case?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull your case up. Let's see. Okay, we are still needing, what is this? Let me check something really quick. Did you fill out a withholding order?
I did. And I send it over by email to the courts. I still have the email where they said they received it.
Okay, I don't see in your order that you put an amount for reimbursement for Medicaid or child support.
Amount.
Yes.
I didn't ask for reimbursement, but with child support, he is on child support, but he's incarcerated. So
Okay. Okay, I got you. All right. Okay, do you have the statement that you need to read in front of you, or do you want me to ask you the questions?
I would like for you to ask me the question.
All right, you ready to proceed?
Yeah.
Okay, we're on the record in DF 2210369. Would you please state your name for the record?
Roycia Johnson.
And Ms. Johnson, you are the petitioner in this case, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, would you please raise your right hand? You swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
Okay. You are representing yourself, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, you've been a resident and domiciliary of Dallas County for the 6 months preceding the filing of this divorce case, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, you and your husband, what was your date of marriage?
February 14th of 2022.
Okay, and the two of you stopped living together at some point, is that correct?
Correct.
Has the marriage become insupportable because of discord, of conflict, of personalities between the two of you that has destroyed the legitimate ends of your marriage relationship?
Yes.
Is there any chance of reconciliation?
No.
All right. Was there a child born or adopted of this marriage?
No.
Are you currently pregnant?
No.
Okay. And you have a different case, out of the Attorney General's court, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Are you asking that these two cases be consolidated into one case?
Yes.
All right. Has there been any history of family violence in the 2 years preceding this case, the filing of this case?
No.
All right. Will child support continue in this case right now?
No.
Why is that?
Because he incarcerated.
All right. How long has he been incarcerated?
A year.
All right. Do the two of you have any community property or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Are you asking for a name change?
No.
All right. Are you asking for the court to grant your divorce today?
Yes.
All right. The court finds that Marcus Kelly was served with a copy of this divorce petition on July 18th, 2022. It has been on file with the court since July 25th of 2022. He has not filed an answer or a waiver. He is in default. The court grants the divorce and accepts the decree as written, and you will get a copy of the decree. It'll be on file for you to receive a copy of it. Is You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Next is Mr. Chavez.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you ready to proceed?
Yes, Miss Wah, she's my interpreter.
Okay.
Miss Wah, are you there?
There are some people waiting in the waiting room too. I'm admitting them.
Well, no, she's there. She's just not connecting. Right there.
Oh, I
Plurs.
see. I sent a command to unmute, so hopefully that helps.
I think I can hear.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt. This is Chris Hayes, and I'm on 2204-391. I have a contested hearing in 4 minutes in another court. It's just a prove up. I'm just the amicus. Would it be something I could submit by written document to, what could I do to?
Absolutely. Did you already file a report?
I have not filed a report. It's just an agreed order. It's an adoption and termination, termination and adoption. And we've already executed the order showing that I approve. I just don't know if I need to be on the record.
Probably only because it is a, you don't have a record on file. I mean, a report on file.
Okay, let me let the other court know and then I'll come back.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Mr. Chavez, did she connect?
No, I mean, she's there, but I guess she's not hearing us.
Hello?
Miss Tony?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear now. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, no, we're not on your case yet.
Oh, sorry.
No problem, no problem.
Let me call the agency, Judge.
Okay, no problem. We're going to move on to DF 2206903.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Are you Ms. Montes?
Yes.
All right. Will you be representing yourself today?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have your statement that you need to prove up your case, or would you like for me to ask you the question?
You can ask me the questions.
Okay, perfect. Is that your background or someone else?
I'm at school right now, so this is the window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't want to have to miss school.
Okay. Is it possible for you to get in a location that's quiet? My court reporter has to be able to hear.
Oh, yes. Yes, I can. I didn't realize it was so loud. Sorry.
No problem.
Give me one.
You can see me from right there.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if that's better.
Yes, much better.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. We are on the record in cause number DF 2206903. Would you please state your name for the record?
Lauren Montes.
Okay, Ms. Montes, you are the petitioner in this case. Will you be representing yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Looks like we have the last known address on file, as well as the, did you submit a statement of military status?
Yes, I did.
I see it. All right. Okay, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
I'm sorry, you were breaking up.
Do you swear or affirm that you will give the truth? Your testimony will be the truth and the whole truth.
I think you're breaking up. I don't know if it's because the area
No,
I'm in.
it's you.
Let me see what's going on over here. Okay. Okay, sorry. You were breaking up.
Ms. Montes? Off the record. I think we lost her connection. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next case and we'll just.
My interpreter's back for,
Okay, Way. Ms. Way. Okay, are we ready to proceed?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we are on the record in cause number DF 22-11524. Counsel, would you please state your name for the record?
And Antonio Chavez for Yam Nim.
I was online, the judge is calling.
And Judge, I'm Jim Cobb. I'm the publication ad litem for the wife, Miss Lynn.
Okay. Ms. Way?
Ms. Way?
Yeah, this is the Burmese translator.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Way, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear, you're in, which language are you translating?
Burmese.
Burmese, okay. Do you swear or affirm to properly translate from Burmese to English, from English to Burmese?
Yes, Judge, I will.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Claire. I was online with the judge now.
okay, Mr. Chavez, your client, he's Mr. Nim?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, Mr. Nim, would you please raise your right hand?
I'll let you tell my name.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Aku cuma haya mama kakalinya Jim Shibu Hotel Mula.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Chavez, you may proceed.
Sir, can you please state your name?
Tên là mèoပြောပါ.
Yom Nim.
Yom name.
Are you currently married to Hung Len?
Yes.
Tên nó sẽ ham lên em letter là đấy.
Okay.
Yes.
And prior to finding this divorce, did you live in Texas for the last 6 months and in this county for the last 90 days?
Đi cái đấy aku bảo nó đi tên nó letter đấy đó tên mà cháu là đó tên mà đi Texas bài này mà đi đấy Hotel Mula.
Okay.
Yes.
Were you married on or about May 3rd, 2006, and you stopped living together, husband and wife, on or about 2011?
Tên nó đi bảo nó hồi ngã là bài tôi nên thao cháu mà letter bị rồi nên thao nó sẽ cái mà cháu đó đi tụi mình đi rồi không là?
Okay.
Yes.
And has this marriage become insupportable because of a discord or conflict of personalities that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship? Basically, is this marriage over because you two don't get along?
Đi nó tên nó bảo nó đi letter đấy thay hà cái pi sung toa vì bà cháu là số đó này thì bảo nó tao bảo một tụi đấy hà đi xí đấy thì cháu yes lại đấy không là?
Okay.
Yes.
And is there any reasonable expectation of you two getting back together?
Cháu bị nhớ tên nó này đi tụi bên này vô xí là?
Mashiu.
No.
Was there any children born during the marriage?
Tên nó letter đấy đó tên mà Clay đi mua thà là xí bà là?
Mashiu.
No.
And to your knowledge, is your wife currently pregnant?
Tên tôi cứ tí thà là tụi mà cùng xí này đấy cháu mộ.
Matthew.
I don't know.
And sir, we filed this divorce and we requested a publication because you don't know where your wife is, correct?
Cứ letter mu go pi sung toa chơi chi nè bà cháu là số đó tên mà tiêu tụi mình tụi mình bên mà đi đấy là không là?
Matthew.
Yes, I don't know.
And sir, we've tried everything to find her, correct?
ကျွန်တော်တို့တတ်နိုင်သလားသူ့ကိုလိုက်ရှာတယ်ဟုတ်လား
ဟုတ်တယ်
Yes
but you've been unable to find her.
ကျွန်မတို့တင်ရသူ့ကိုရှာလို့မတွေ့တော့ဘူးဟုတ်လား
ဟုတ်တယ်
Yes
And you haven't seen her since 2011?
2017ကလေးသူ့ကိုမတွေ့တော့ဘူးဟုတ်လား
ဟုတ်တယ်
Correct
And since you two split, did you acquire any property, particularly a house?
တင်တို့နေရာပေါ့နော်ဒီလိုမျိုးနောက်ခွဲတဲ့အချိန်မှာတဲ့အိမ်ညာပိုင်တာတွေပါသလား
မပါဘူး
No
Sir, you don't have a house on 3217 Potomac Drive in Garland, Texas?
တင်အိမ်မပိုင်ဘူးလားတဲ့3210ကို Parklet Drive Garland မှာ Texas မှာမရှိဘူးလား
ကျွန်တော်ရောက်ဖဆန်းထောပေးတာကျွန်တော်ယူတာမဟုတ်ဘူးဆန်းထောပေးတာကျွန်တော်အမယောက်ျား
My brother-in-law sister brother co-sign for me That's not mine
But the house is under your name, correct?
ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ဒီအိမ်ကနေနာမည်နဲ့ဟုတ်လား
ကျွန်တော်ဆန်းထောပေးတယ်ဆိုနာမည်ရှိမှထင်
Yes I did co-sign for my brother so they might have my name over there
Okay. And so you're asking that any interest that you might have in that house be awarded to you?
အဲ့ဒီအိမ်နဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့ဒီကိစ္စနဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့ပါဝင်စီချင်လား
မပါဝင်ချင်
No
Okay. And you're asking for you to keep your personal belongings and your wife keep her personal belongings?
ဒါဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တေးရပစ္စည်းတွေလည်းတေးမိမတင်ထားတယ်တေးပစ္စည်းလည်းတင်ရတီးတန့်တယ်ဟုတ်တယ်မလား
ဟုတ်တယ်
Yes
And are you do you believe that's a fair division of the property?
ဒါဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ပေါ့နော်ဒီဟိုပစ္စည်းနဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့တော့မသက်ဆိုင်ဘူးဟုတ်လား
ဟုတ်တယ်
Yes
And are you asking this court to grant you your divorce today?
တင်ကတရားရုံးကိုတောင်းဆိုရပေါ့နော်ဒီနေ့ဟိုဆာပေါ့ခွဲဖို့အတွက်ဟုတ်လား
ဟုတ်တယ်
Yes
Pass the witness.
Okay. Mr. Cobb?
Judge, I don't have any questions of the witness, but I do have a report on file dated January the 3rd of 2023 that details the information that Mr. Chavez's office gave me about the wife. And when someone's out of the country, my websites are very limited, but the report does detail what I did to try to reach out to her. And I did check the publication, and I think I've exercised due diligence to locate her, and that she's probably before the court on the publication.
Okay, thank you. If you all hear something going off, that's the alarm in the building. Hold on 1 second.
Can I sound
Okay, Mr. Chavez, does that conclude the testimony?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Need a statement of evidence on file, Mr. Chavez.
Yes, I will do that, Your Honor.
Okay, and I will sign the order as soon as I get a statement of the evidence. The court finds that respondent is proper before the court, pursuant to the ad litem attorney that has been appointed. The court grants the divorce and will sign the decree as written, holding for the statement of the evidence to be on file.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You all may be excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a real quick question, Judge.
Yes.
So my lawyer's internet went out, and so I don't know if she rescheduled, but I have the number and it's basically just a prove up. Can I just do it by myself?
You cannot, because you are represented by an attorney. Did you want to press mute and turn off your video and try to call?
Yeah, I've already talked to her. She said she can't go anywhere for internet, so.
Did, okay.
I guess I'm out of luck.
Okay, so let me see, what's your case? What is your case number?
It's DF 1918768.
Okay, I see it. Daniel Hopkins, Alexandra Hopkins.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll put a star by her name so we can get it reset. My coordinator isn't here, she'll be here Monday.
Okay.
So we'll reach out to her and get another Friday.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you. I appreciate it.
you're welcome.
All right, bye.
Okay. I hope everyone can still hear me. Let's see, Lauren Montes, I saw her. I don't know if it hung up.
No, it got disconnected. So
Okay.
I had to log off and log back in. Sorry about that.
No problem at all. We're back on the, y'all will have to bear with me. It's super long. Joey, the case that dropped DF 2206903. Do I just pick up where I left off on that one? Okay. Okay, here we go. Were you in, Ms. Montes? Is it Montes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I swore you in before we were disconnected, so you do not have to be sworn in again. Let me just
Okay.
put the tree again here. Ooh, that is so long. Okay, Ms. Montes, I didn't see in the order where you put an amount for reimbursements for cash medical insurance. Is his child support based on minimum wage?
Yes, I was just trying to figure out what the lowest amount was because he's self-employed. So I honestly don't know what he makes. So I was trying to do like what is it, like something that is of a reasonable amount, just due to the fact that he does have other kids.
Okay, Ms. Sotelo, could you help me with something really quickly?
Yes, Your Honor.
His child support in this case is based on minimum wage, and there needs to be a cash medical reimbursement. What should that amount be?
Minimum wage is usually going to be 113 divided by any kids that he might have.
Okay.
Any other kids.
Any other kids? How many other kids does he have?
I think he has, let me see. One of them's already 18. Does that one still count, or it's just the ones that are under 18?
The ones that are under 18.
So he has one, I believe it's 3 that are, it's because he has 2 older kids, but I don't, since we haven't been together, I forgot the ages, but I think it's 3.
Okay.
That's not including my son.
Okay, so Ms. Sotelo, that would be about like $38 or so.
How many kids did she say?
3.
3.
I know he's actively on child support for 1, but again, I haven't been with him since 2017, so I don't know if he's paying it. I don't know like what's been going on with him, so I believe it's 3.
3 others, including this one?
Yes.
Yeah, 28. And Your Honor, I'm not AG, but I'm pretty sure that that's the number still that they would ask for.
Yeah, I just remember.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's still 113.
Okay, you all, we were just informed by the sheriff's department that there is some type of emergency in the building, so we do have to evacuate. I don't want anyone who's not in the building to log off. If you are in the building, you obviously have to log off, but if you all would stay on when I come back in the building, I'll pick up where I left off. And you can log off or, go handle any other matters, but I at least want it to be transparent. Okay.
So we just stay on the Zoom and just.
Yes. Well, hold on one second. We're getting some more information.
used to go. Sounds scary.
Crystal thing. Okay, where's my, the black ones were yours?
Okay. We were just told that we're good for right now. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna go as quickly as I can. Okay, so what we're gonna do, Ms. Montez, after we're done, I'm gonna put you in a waiting room. So
Okay.
that you can do a new withholding order. All right.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome. Okay, you are representing yourself in this case, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, and you have been a resident of and a domiciliary of Dallas County for 6 months preceding the filing of this divorce case?
Yes.
When were you and the respondent married?
2013.
All right.
I think it's August 13, 2013.
Okay, and at some point, the two of you stopped living together?
Yes, I believe it was around 2017.
All right. The marriage has become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities between the parties that have destroyed the legitimate ends of your marriage relationship?
Yes.
Is there any chance of reconciliation?
No.
Were there children born or adopted of this marriage?
Yes.
How many children?
1.
All right. And the parenting plan that you are proposing, do you believe that it is in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
You're requesting the court to order child support in this case in the amount of $218. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you believe that this amount is in the fair interest, in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
Has there been any history of family violence 2 years preceding the filing of this suit?
No.
All right. Medical support is also being reimbursed to Medicaid. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And that amount is going to be $28. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, you were breaking that down.
$28, that's the amount?
Yes. Yes, that's fine.
All right. And the property division as outlined in your order, do you believe is fair and equitable?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking for a name change?
No.
All right. Are you asking for the court to grant your divorce today?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what I'm doing, I'm signing your order. I will find that you did properly file the last known address, the certificate of military status. On all right, on Mr. Christopher Luna.
Yes.
Mr. Christopher Luna was served with a copy of the petition to be here today. Let me pull that up. He was served with the petition on, hold on. Okay. It looks like he was served with a copy of the original petition on June 15th of 2022. That return has been on file with the court since June 21st of 2022. He did not file an answer or a waiver, so he is in default and your divorce is granted, all right?
Yes.
Okay, do you have a copy of the income withholding order, a blank one?
I'm not sure. I would rather just get emailed one, or I don't know how you do it, but I could check.
Okay, check for me, and when you do it, so because I forgot you said you were you were at work, go ahead and refill in. Okay, well, go ahead and refill in the child support amount for $218, but then also include the $28 for the medical insurance, okay?
Okay.
All right.
The withholding. Okay, and if I don't have a blank form, I just get it from my lawyer.
You represent yourself.
Well, yeah, well, I did have a lawyer at first, but I guess since it's been a while, I haven't talked to them, so.
Okay.
I can get information from the court though, correct?
Yeah, I believe there is an income withholding order somewhere on the Dallas County website on the family court section.
Okay.
Okay, so do it exactly like you did it the first time, except you add the medical support.
Okay, and you said to do the amounts for 218?
$218 for child support, $28 for medical support.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You may be.
I can log off.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, DF 2205741.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Is it Prado?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Miss Prado. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience, and thank you all for your patience. If you haven't been on, we had an emergency in the building and we thought we were going to have to log off, but we ended up staying on. So that's that. Let's see. You filed your order. Are you ready to proceed representing yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you need me to ask you the questions, or do you have a copy of the affidavit in front of you to read from?
If you could ask me the questions, please.
Of course. All right. We are on the record in cause number DF 2205741. Please state your name for the record.
Destiny Prado.
Destiny Prado. And you will be representing yourself, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
I do.
Okay, you're the petitioner in this case, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You're currently married to Jesus Leon Ariano?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the two of you were married on or about February 15th of 2019, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You ceased to live together on or about February 23rd of 2022, is that also correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Ariano was served a copy of this petition to be here today. Well, he was served with a copy of the petition, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
He was served on or about April the 25th of 2022?
I believe on the online it said June 3rd of 2022.
Well, that's when the return came back.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So he was served. The return has been on file with the court since June 3rd of 2022. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And to your knowledge, has he filed an answer or a waiver?
No, he has not.
Okay. The marriage has become insupportable because of discord of conflicts of personalities between the parties that have destroyed the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any chance of reconciliation?
No, ma'am.
Were there children born or adopted of this marriage?
There were 2 children born before the marriage.
Before the marriage, okay. So there are no children between you and your spouse?
Yes, my twins, Emily Leon and Emery Leon, born 3/29/2018, were born right before we got married.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you all did not have any, after you were married, you all did not have any additional children, is that correct?
No. Yes, ma'am.
And you did not adopt any children, is that correct?
We did not. That's
all right.
correct.
Are you expecting a child at this time?
I am not.
All right. You presented to the court a proposed parenting plan, is that correct?
Yes, a standard possession order.
All right. Do you find that this possession schedule is in the best interest of your children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're also requesting child support in the amount of $750?
Yes, ma'am.
The children are currently covered on Medicaid, is that also correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You do understand that Mr. Ariano has to do some sort of reimbursement for the medical support, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you want to, well, I'm sorry, did you add that to your income withholding order?
I did not know what the amount should be.
Okay. All right. Dental insurance, are the children covered under dental insurance as well?
They are all under Medicaid.
Okay. Do you have access to private health insurance?
I do not.
The property division that you have in the decree, do you believe that is fair and equitable?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you asking for a name change?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you're asking that your name is changed from how it appears currently to Destiny. Is that Maine, M-A-N-E?
Marie.
Oh, it looks, I'm sorry. It's written together right there. M-A-R-I-E?
Yes, ma'am.
E-R-A-D-O, last name, correct?
Yes.
All right. Are you asking for this name change to avoid any type of criminal prosecution or anything of that nature?
No, ma'am.
All right. Are you asking the court to grant your divorce today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The court finds that the respondent Jesus Leon Ariano was properly served and he failed to file an answer or a waiver and has defaulted. The court will grant the divorce. And Ms. Prado?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Prado, we're going to put an amount in there for the medical insurance and add that to your income withholding order, okay?
Okay.
All right, I will speak to the Attorney General to see the appropriate amount that should be in there based on the number of children that Mr. Ariano has outside of these, and we'll follow up with you through my coordinator.
Okay, perfect.
All right, do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, well, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. All right, DF 2216604. Mr. Costa?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Costa, you represent yourself?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, let me pull this up. Okay, Ms. Acosta, did you resubmit a revised order?
It was the revised IWO, just because I had 2 open cases for child support, and the child support division ended up merging my 2 different cases into one, but they got it right.
Okay. I don't see the merger you're speaking about, a consolidation. I don't necessarily see it on here just yet.
Okay, the new case number. I can state it on the recording if you like.
If you go ahead and give it to me.
Yes, so the new case number is 0014.
No, not that one. It'll start with a DF.
Oh, I was referring to the
child
IWO.
support.
Oh, yes, the child support.
Yes.
I don't have that.
Okay, hold on, because I see your decree. There are children in this case.
Correct.
Okay, this, I believe they gave you the wrong form.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they gave you the wrong divorce decree. You need the divorce decree that has, I see it where you put the children's name, but there's a different form when you have a child support case already. So remember when you were talking about them merging the cases?
Yes.
Whenever there is a child support case already in existence, merge the 2 of those together, but I don't see, well, I take that back. I do see it, but it's not filled out. Let me go ahead and fill that out for you. Is it a case out of Dallas County?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that OH number. It starts with the zeros.
Okay, so the old one is 0011863632.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then the new case number is 0014369304.
Okay. All right. So do you happen on that new cause number, do you happen to have a case number that starts with a DF too?
No, it was recently opened due to the child support errors that were committed, and therefore Robert and I have not gone to child support court for that case.
Okay, so the order is still in existence, is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Miss Acosta, if I may ask that you please be patient and let me go to the next case, because before I can prove this up on the record, I have to find that case to make sure that there's not another case in a different court, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll come back.
Okay.
All right, DF 22043991. Walker.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Thank you for your patience. We've had a lot going on.
You've had a fun morning.
Yeah, we have a lot of defaults this morning, but Odyssey crashed on me 3 times, and then we had an emergency in the building, so it's been a lot going on. Yes, let me pull up your case here. And this is an adoption and a termination, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. EF 220391. Okay, I found it. All right, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We are on the record in cause number DF 22043991. Counsel, would you please state your name for the record?
Yes, Courtney Walker for petitioners Jasmine and Jonathan Bushbacher, state bar number 240-86099.
Okay, thank you. All right, and would your clients please raise their right hands? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You may lower your hands. Attorney Walker, you may proceed.
Judge, we have Emery Osborne on the Zoom too for Chris Hayes, the amicus.
Okay. Thank you for being here. I understand Attorney Hayes had to hop off.
Yes, and she did want me to take note that she will be filing a report. Because I think it was said previously that she had not filed it, so that she will be doing that.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Walker. I'm sorry, Attorney Walker, you may proceed.
Your Honor, before I begin, can you, we're asking the court to take judicial notice of the pleadings on file, specifically the return, the non-military affidavit, and the certificate of last known address.
Okay, the court takes judicial notice.
I'll call Jasmine Bushbacher. Can you state your full name for the record?
Jasmine Liana Bushbacher.
And are you married to Jonathan Bushbacher?
Yes.
And are you and your husband, Jonathan, joined as petitioners in this suit for termination and adoption?
Yes.
And is the child the subject of this suit Claire Marie Jones, a female child born to you August 24th, 2012 in Texas?
Yes.
And does Claire currently reside with you and Jonathan?
Yes.
And is DeAndre Collier the legal father of the child?
Yes.
And was DeAndre Collier properly served with the citation of the original petition for termination and granting step-parent adoption on or before July 26, 2022?
Yes.
And is a true and correct copy of the return on file?
It is, yes.
And has Ms. Collier responded or made an appearance in the lawsuit?
No.
And are you asking the court to terminate Mr. Collier's parental rights as to Claire?
Yes.
And is it your understanding that the interstate compact laws do not apply here because Claire was born in Texas and because your husband resides in Texas and there's not an out-of-state placement?
Yes.
And has that affidavit of noncompliance been filed with this court on your behalf?
Yes.
And is there any reason to believe that Claire meets the requirement as to an Indian child under the Indian Child Welfare Act?
No.
And is it your understanding that that the Uniform Child Custody and Jurisdiction Enforcement Act applies because not all the parties reside in Texas and that affidavit has been filed with the court?
Yes.
And do you believe in the termination of Mr. Collier's parental rights as to Claire is in her best interest?
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, is Mr. Collier in the military?
No. Or, well, to the best of my knowledge, he's not in the military, so yes.
Okay. And have you provided us with his last known address?
Yes.
And you got that address from his sister, correct?
Correct, yes.
And are you asking the court to default Mr. Collier today?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to finally and forever terminate Mr. Collier's parental rights as to Claire?
Yes.
And if the court grants the termination, is it you and Jonathan's intention to move forward with Jonathan's adoption of Claire today?
Yes.
I pass the witness.
Okay.
All right, I'll call Jonathan Bushbacher.
Okay.
Can you state your name for the record?
Jonathan Eric Bushbacher.
And are you joined as a petitioner in the suit to terminate parental rights and grant a step-parent adoption?
Yes.
And have you heard your wife's testimony today?
Yes.
And if I asked you the same questions, would your answers be the same?
Yes.
And is it true that you, your wife, and Claire have all lived together as a family for over 6 months?
Yes.
And prior to the proceeding today, was an adoption evaluation conducted on your home?
Yes.
And was it favorable?
Yes.
And is a copy of that evaluation on file with this court?
Yes.
And were criminal checks conducted on you as a part of the adoption evaluation process?
Yes.
And the results show that you do not have a criminal record. Is that correct?
Yes.
And are true and correct copies of those on file with this court?
Yes.
And since this is a step-parent adoption under section 162.005 of the Family Code, the completion of a social, health, education, and genetic history is not required, correct?
Yes.
And is it true the consent to adoption is not required since your wife is the legal parent of Claire?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to order a new birth certificate be issued under Texas law, naming you and your wife as Claire's legal parents?
Yes.
And are you asking that Claire's name be changed from Claire Marie Jones to Claire Marie Bushbacher?
Yes.
And do you feel it's in the best interest of the child that the court grant the adoption today?
Yes.
And you understand that adoption is a final forever decision. And once the judge grants the adoption, Claire will be your daughter forever and will create a permanent parent-child relationship between you and Claire.
Absolutely, yes.
And are you asking the court to seal the file in minutes with the exception of allowing me to access the file once all of this is over?
Yes.
No further questions.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to ask the court to grant the petition for termination and petition for adoption and change Claire's name to Claire Marie Bushbacher.
Okay, thank you. Attorney Osborne?
Your Honor, I am not an attorney here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I just wanted that to be clear. But my understanding is that is all signing the order in compliance with what's been going on today.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, the court finds that the legal father of the child, DeAndre Collier, was served with a copy of this petition on July 26th of 2022. He The return of service has been on file since August 15th of 2022. He failed to file an answer and is defaulted. The court will also terminate his rights based on the belief that it is in the best interest of the child based on the amicus attorney to terminate. And the court will also grant the adoption of Claire Marie Jones by Jonathan Bushbacker.
Bushbacher. Yes.
Bushbacker. Okay, and the court will also grant the name change from Claire Marie Jones to Claire Marie Bushbacher. All right, and the court accepts the order as written and has signed the order, but the court does have one request. Claire Bushbacher, you have to come see me in court and pick out you a Beanie Baby. Do you promise to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I love adoptions if you can't tell.
Me too.
Okay.
Yay.
Congratulations
That's
to the Bushbacher family.
Oh,
so sweet. Okay, well, I have signed the order and I have sent it to the clerks as well. So it should be uploaded shortly for you to get a copy of it.
Awesome. Thank you, Your Honor. And congratulations, family.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, DF 2217109. Garza and Cortez. All right. His attorney wasn't there. DF 1811690, State of Texas versus Jesus Soto.
Has it, Your Honor?
Okay. Would you please turn your camera on?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, are you representing yourself in this case?
No, Your Honor, I don't know, my camera isn't. My clients are here. Oh, there we go. My clients are here.
Oh, okay. I see you now. Okay, and who are your clients?
Melissa Mayfield and Troy Mayfield.
Okay, the Mayfields. All right. They've been here a while, so.
Yes. Hi, you guys. Your Honors, briefly, I've just been made aware that we do not have the criminal background check on file. He made an appointment on Wednesday, and they said it's going to take about up to 5 days to get the report back.
Okay.
So, not wasting the court's time, resources. I ask that you consider the testimony today, and if you like, before rendering a decision, for us to get the criminal background check and notify the court immediately when we do, and submit it to the court for you guys to review it.
I don't think I can do it. Let me see something. Hold on, where did the case number go?
It is
no, I have it. I'm the screen. Yeah, Odyssey has been giving me problems all day. Okay, I found it. There it is. Okay, so let's see what we're doing here. Motion for substituted service. What kind of case is this?
Your Honor, this is a voluntary termination and a separate adoption.
Okay, because it's not coming up. Give me your case number.
It is DF 1811690.
Oh, I didn't hear the last 5.
DF 1811690.
Okay, that is that case. It's showing that it's closed.
That's interesting. I
I
don't,
see the waiver. I see the appointment for an adoption evaluator. I don't know what closed it.
I'm unsure either.
Because I see the agreed petition. I see everything you file. I just don't know why it's closed.
There was a prior order in 2018.
Okay.
I don't know that wouldn't close it.
No, that wouldn't. Let's see. Motion for post. That's weird. It's weird. You filed this March of last year, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't see what would have. Could you do me a favor, Attorney Wolf? Could you reach out? I mean, stay on the Zoom or whatnot, but could you call the clerks and ask them what exactly closed the case? Because with it being closed, I couldn't do anything anyway.
Yes, I will absolutely do that, Your Honor. And
Okay. Okay, thank you. And thank you to the Mayfields for being so patient. Okay, let's see. We're going to go to the next case. DF 2110870.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I have a setting at 11:30 in a different court on Zoom also. Would it be possible to knock out my cases? I hate to ask.
Yeah, because it's two of them. I'm calling one of them now.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm sorry. I saw a 1-1. I thought I heard a 1-1.
Yeah, DF 2110870.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Judge. I'm sorry. I
no problem. See, I was looking out for you.
Thank you, Judge. I do appreciate that very much.
No
okay, so
problem.
the 118-10870.
Yes.
Okay. That is is it Barrientos?
That is
Palencia.
Is this to reinstate a case?
Your Honor, it is actually a prove up on a SAPSER. The respondent was served by publication.
Oh, okay. That must be your other case. On this one, I'm looking at it has a waiver on file. Well, a motion to reinstate and an order to reinstate.
And the order has not been signed, Your Honor. The reinstatement. I thought both orders had been signed.
Not from what I'm looking at.
The 108.
Sure. Hold on. No. I see it. Okay, I see the order to reinstate that was signed in December.
Okay, yes, Judge. Yes, that's what I thought.
Okay, I don't see the final order though.
Your Honor, I was unable to file it. The e-filing system just didn't let me upload it.
Oh, trust me, I know because Odyssey has been messing up. So did you want to go ahead and prove it up and submit the order?
Yes, Your Honor, if we may, that would be wonderful.
Okay, great. Where is your client?
And I have a student with me, Emma. Would you mind? And since I have the two cases, I'm a little bit. With both. One is going to be in person with Miss Barron, and the other one is on Zoom. I believe it's the iPhone.
Oh, okay. Your translator.
Yes. And so my student will be, unfortunately, her bar card is not in, and so what we're going to do is have her translate, Your Honor.
Okay, no problem. Okay, you ready to proceed?
Miss Barron, I am ready. Miss Barron, are you ready?
Yes.
And the client is the person on the Zoom, is that correct?
That's right. Yes.
Okay. So yes, Your Honor, if I may, I would like to call Miss Valencia.
Well, let's get on the record.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. We're on the record and cause number DF 2110870. Counsel, would you please identify yourself for the record?
Gabriela Sotelo, counsel for Miss Wendy Lisette Valencia.
Okay. And your student if you would identify yourself for the record.
My name is Emma Charlotte Barron, and I am under the supervision of Attorney Gabriela Sotelo for petitioner Wendy Valencia.
Okay, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay, now would your client please raise their right hand?
Okay, si puede levantar su mano derecha, por favor.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give will be the truth and the whole truth?
Que si el testimonio que va a dar esta mañana será la verdad completa. Sí. Okay, no sé si la podemos escuchar. Are y'all able to hear Miss Valencia?
A little, piquito.
Okay, si gusta subirle el volumen de su audio, por favor, señora Valencia, para que la podamos escuchar. Okay. ¿Jura dar la verdad en su testimonio esta mañana?
Could you speak up? Please speak up.
Que si puede alzar su voz, no la escuchamos. Puede ser que su audio esté apagado. No. A ver.
Can't she just translate for? She could just
Yes, Your Honor, that's right.
If you would just answer out her what she's saying in English, that would be great.
Okay, we will do that, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, lower your right hand. Okay, all right. Attorney Sotelo, you may proceed.
And I would like to call Miss Valencia. Miss Valencia, can you please state your full name?
Okay, que si puede dar su nombre completo para el record. My name is Wendy Lisette Valencia Menjiva.
And you are the petitioner in this proceeding, is that correct?
¿Usted es la peticionaria en este caso? That's correct, yes.
How long have you lived in Dallas County?
¿Cuánto tiempo ha vivido en el condado de Dallas? In September, I will have lived in Dallas County for 7 years.
And who is the child subject of the suit?
¿Quién es el niño sujeto de esta demanda? Gerson Joel Palencia.
How old is Gerson?
¿Qué edad tiene Gerson? He turned 18 on March 2nd, 2023.
And who are his biological parents?
¿Quiénes son los padres biológicos de Gerson? Karen Janet Soriano y Joel Antonio Palencia.
And Miss Soriano signed a waiver of service that was filed with the court on July 20th, 2022. Is that correct?
Es correcto que la señora Soriano firmó una renuncia de notificación que se le dio a la corte el 20 de julio del 2022. Sí. Yes.
And Gerson's father, Joel Antonio Palencia, signed a waiver of service which was filed with the court on July 20th, 2022. Is that correct?
Es correcto que el padre de Gerson, Joel Antonio Palencia, también firmó una renuncia de notificación que se le dio a la corte el 20 de julio del 2022. Yes.
Were Gerson's biological parents legally married to each other at the time of Gerson's birth?
¿Estaban legalmente casados los padres biológicos de Gerson cuando nació Gerson? No, they were not.
And what is your relation to Gerson?
¿Cuál es su relación a Gerson? Soy su tía. I am his aunt.
How long have you had possession of Gerson?
¿Cuánto tiempo ha tenido posesión de Gerson? Pues aquí tengo desde el 2013. Okay. Perdón. Él entró en 2018, perdón. Okay. So he has been living in the United States with me since 2018.
Is that 17 years?
Y ha estado con usted desde hace 17 años. Yes, since he was 1 year old, he lived with me.
And in the time that you've had possession of Gerson, has Gerson's biological mother or father provided any assistance to you or directly to the child in the care of the child?
Y en ese tiempo que ha tenido posesión de Gerson, los padres biológicos de Gerson le han brindado alguna ayuda a usted en el cuidado de Gerson o a Gerson directamente? No, nothing.
Have the parents tried to contact you or the child directly?
¿Han intentado los padres biológicos de Gerson conectarse con Gerson o con usted? No, they have not.
Is it true that the child's biological parents abandoned the child shortly after his birth?
¿Es cierto que los padres biológicos de Gerson lo abandonaron poco después de que él nació? Yes.
Is it true that Gerson's biological parents have not been involved in Gerson's life?
¿Es cierto que los padres biológicos de Gerson no han estado involucrados en la vida de Gerson? No, neither one of them.
Is it true that his parents have not provided for him financially?
¿Es cierto que sus padres de Gerson no han mantenido financieramente a Gerson? No, they have not.
Is it true that his biological parents have not provided food, shelter, and or clothing to the child since you've had possession of him?
¿Es cierto que los padres biológicos de Gerson no le han proporcionado comida, techo ni ropa en el tiempo en el cual usted ha tenido posesión sobre él? No, I have been like his mother his entire life.
Is it true that reunification with the child's parents would not be a viable option?
¿Es cierto que la reunificación con los padres biológicos de Gerson no sería una opción viable? No, it would not.
Would it be in the child's best interest to be returned to Honduras?
¿Sería en el mejor interés de Gerson que sea devuelto a Honduras? No.
Is it in the best interest of the child to remain with you?
¿Sería en el mejor interés de Gerson quedarse con usted? Yes.
Is it true that you have been caring for this child his whole life?
¿Es cierto que ha estado cuidando usted a Gerson toda su vida? Yes.
Is it true that returning the child to his biological parents in Honduras would significantly impair his mental, physical, and emotional development?
¿Es cierto que devolver a Gerson a sus padres biológicos en Honduras afectaría significativamente su desarrollo mental, físico y emocional?
Sí, pues él ni los conoce.
Yes, because he does not know his own parents.
And you're asking the court today to appoint you sole managing conservator of the child with the exclusive right to designate the child's primary residence without geographic restriction. Is that correct?
Es cierto que le está solicitando al tribunal que la designe a usted como curador principal única con los derechos exclusivos para designar la residencia principal de Gerson sin restricciones geográficas? Yes.
You're asking the court today to appoint the child's biological parents as possessory conservators, correct?
I'm sorry, Professor Cicilla, could you repeat your question?
You're asking the court to appoint the biological parents as possessory conservators?
¿Le está pidiendo al tribunal que designe a los padres biológicos de Gerson como tutores posesorios? No. No, because I would like to be the sole conservator of Gerson.
And you're asking the court today to give you the exclusive right to apply for the child's passports, is that correct?
¿Es cierto que le está pidiendo a la corte que le dé a usted el derecho exclusivo de solicitar los pasaportes de Gerson? Yes. Yes, I am very interested in having that exclusive right.
And you are not asking the court for any child support at this time, is that correct?
¿Es cierto que no está solicitando al tribunal ninguna manutención en este momento? No.
And all of these terms are in the best interest of the child?
¿Y todos estos términos están en el mejor interés de Gerson? Yes.
In addition, you're asking the court to make findings appropriate with your request today, is that correct?
Y adicionalmente le está pidiendo al tribunal que encuentre que encuentre estos hechos en el mejor interés de Gerson, ¿correcto? Yes.
You're asking the court that due to abandonment of the child by his father and mother that has resulted in neglect, you're asking the court to find that he cannot be returned to his native country or last habitual residence of Honduras. Is that correct?
Es correcto que está pidiendo que el tribunal encuentre que debido al abandonamiento de los padres biológicos de Gerson, encuentre la corte, el tribunal, que Gerson no puede ser devuelto a su país nativo o su última residencia en Honduras. Yes.
You're asking the court to make specific findings that Gerson cannot be reunited with his biological mother or father, as this would subject the child to further neglect and personal, emotional, and financial abandonment, such as the ones he has faced since he was abandoned as a child. Is that correct?
Es cierto que le está pidiendo al tribunal que encuentre que Gerson no puede ser reunificado con sus padres biológicos, ya que esto le causaría a Gerson abuso, abandonamiento y abuso personal, emocional y financiero, tal como los problemas que ha tenido Gerson desde que sus padres lo abandonaron y desde que usted lo ha cuidado. Yes.
And you're asking the court to find that it would not be in the best interest of the child to be returned to Honduras, and that it would be in the best interest of the child to remain in Texas.
Es cierto que le está pidiendo al tribunal que no sería en el mejor interés de Gerson que él sea devuelto a Honduras y que sería en el mejor interés de Gerson que él siga aquí con usted en Texas. Sí. Yes.
And you're asking the court to make specific findings that it is in the best interest of Gerson, that these orders are in the best interest of Gerson to safeguard and protect his well-being and to protect him from further neglect and abandonment by his parents.
Es cierto que él está pidiendo al tribunal que el propósito de que dé estas órdenes específicas es por el mejor interés de Gerson para proteger su bienestar y para protegerlo de abuso y abandonamiento adicional por sus padres biológicos. Yes, that is right.
I'll pass the witness.
Ok, hemos terminado con sus preguntas. Ahora le vamos a dar a la corte una oportunidad de preguntarle preguntas a usted si tiene algunas.
And nothing further, Your Honor, we rest.
Thank you. The court will accept the testimony as true and will grant the relief as requested and hold for an order. Attorney Sotelo, could you have the order to me by next Friday?
Yes, Your Honor, it's ready. So I'll file it as soon as the e-filing allows it.
Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, that's right. You did say that. Okay. All right. So we'll just look for an order. And if it helps, you can go ahead and email it to my coordinator isn't here, but copy her on the email. Go ahead and email it to my court reporter.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's her name, joy.rivera@dallascounty.org. And I can get that signed for you.
And Your Honor, would you like a military status as well?
No, he signed a waiver.
Okay, so not needed if there's a waiver.
Correct.
No, we had questions about that. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you all for your patience.
Thank you. We have one more case.
Yes, and
Thank you.
I'm ready for that one.
And Your Honor, that case, I believe Ms. Barron has in person with her. So I think she's going to bring them into the room.
Okay, great.
Yes, I will be grabbing her. I'll be right back.
Okay. And then the next case that I will take up from there will be DF 2119144 with Attorney Blakemore. Then the next one that I will take up will be DF 2211628 with Mr. Kwaja. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did, Your Honor.
Okay, good. I actually wrote your name down, like how to say it. So if you came back, I would say it right.
You did great. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
And Your Honor, this is also a SAPSR default.
All right, I have it pulled up.
And I believe we're ready. Are we ready to proceed, Ms. Barron?
Yes. All right. We are on the record in cause number DF 2110936. Please state your name for the record, counsel.
Gabriela Sotelo, counsel for Leila Marilu Barrientos Cruz.
Okay. And would you please state your name?
Yes, Emma Charlotte Barron, under the supervision of Attorney Gabriela Sotelo for petitioner Leila Marilu Barrientos Cruz.
Okay. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to properly translate from English to Spanish, from Spanish to English?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Would your client please raise their right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give will be the truth and the whole truth?
El testimonio que dará esta mañana será la verdad completa y entera? Sí. Yes.
Okay. Attorney Sotelo, you may proceed.
I will call my client. Can you please state your name?
¿Puede dar su nombre, por favor? Leila Marilu Barrientos Cruz. My name is Leila Marilu Barrientos Cruz.
And you are the petitioner in this proceeding, is that correct?
¿Usted es la peticionaria en este procedimiento? Yes.
Who are the children subject of this suit?
¿Quiénes son los niños objetos de esta demanda? Christopher López Barrientos y Ashley López Barrientos. The children are Christopher López Barrientos and Ashley López Barrientos.
How old are the children?
¿Qué edad tienen los niños? Ashley 15, Christopher 14. Ashley is 15 years old and Christopher is 14 years old.
And who are Ashley and Christopher's biological parents?
¿Quiénes son los padres biológicos de Ashley y Christopher? Soy yo y el papá es Jesús Ernesto López Cruz. I am their biological mother and their biological father is Jesús Ernesto López Cruz.
Were you and Mr. Cruz married at the time the children were born?
¿Estaban usted y el señor Cruz legalmente casados cuando los niños nacieron? No, nunca nos casamos. No, we were never legally married.
How long have you had possession of the children?
¿Hace cuánto tiempo tiene usted posesión de los niños? Desde que nacieron. Since they were both born.
And Mr. Cruz has never lived with the children, is that correct?
¿Y el señor Cruz nunca ha vivido con los niños? No. No, he has not.
In the time you've had possession of the kids, has the father provided any assistance to you or the children?
En el tiempo que usted ha tenido posesión de los niños, el papá biológico ha prohibido ayuda, asistencia hacia usted o a los niños? No. No.
Has the father tried to connect with the children or with you?
¿El padre biológico ha tratado de conectarse con los niños o con usted? No.
Is it true that the father abandoned them shortly after their birth?
¿Es cierto que el padre biológico de los niños los abandonó al poco tiempo después de nacer? Sí. Nunca ha estado con ellos. Yes, he has never been in their life.
Is it true that the father has not provided for the children financially?
¿Es cierto que el padre biológico de los niños no ha prohibido por los niños económicamente? No, he has not helped.
Is it true that he has not provided food, shelter, or clothing to the children?
¿Es cierto que el padre biológico de los niños no ha proporcionado alimento, techo y ropa a los niños? No, he has not helped.
Is it true that reunification with the children's biological father would not be a viable option?
Es cierto que la reunificación con el padre biológico de los niños no sería una opción viable. Sí, no sería una opción. That's right. It would not be a viable option.
And the father is in Honduras?
¿Y el padre de los niños está en Honduras? Sí. Yes.
Would it be in the children's best interest to be returned to Honduras?
¿Sería en el mejor interés de los niños que sean devueltos a Honduras? No. No.
Is it in the best interest of the children to remain with you?
¿Sería en el mejor interés de los niños permanecer con usted? Conmigo, sí. Yes, with me.
Is it true that you have been caring for the children their whole life?
¿Es cierto que ha estado cuidando a los niños toda su vida? Sí. Yes.
Is it true that returning the children to their biological father in Honduras would significantly impair their mental, physical, and emotional development?
¿Es cierto que la devolución de los niños a su padre biológico en Honduras afectaría significativamente su desarrollo mental, físico y emocional? Sí. Yes.
And you're asking the court today to appoint you sole managing conservator of the children with the exclusive right to designate the children's primary residence without geographic restriction. Is that correct?
¿Es cierto que le está solicitando al tribunal que la designe a usted como curadora principal única con los derechos exclusivos para designar la residencia principal de los niños sin restricción geográfica? Yes.
Are you asking the court to appoint the children's father as possessory conservator?
¿Le está pidiendo usted al tribunal que nombre al padre biológico de los niños como tutor posesorio? No. No.
And you're asking the court to give you the exclusive right to apply for the children's passports. Is that correct?
¿Es cierto que le está pidiendo a la corte que le dé a usted el derecho exclusivo de solicitar los pasaportes de los niños? Sí. Yes.
And you are not asking for child support today.
¿Es cierto que no está solicitando ninguna manutención? No, no estoy solicitando. Sí, es cierto, no estoy solicitando. That's true. I am not requesting child support.
And you're asking the court today to make specific findings that due to abandonment by the children's biological father that has resulted in neglect, the children cannot be returned to their native country or last habitual residence of Honduras.
Es cierto que le está pidiendo a la corte hoy que específicamente ordene y encuentre que debido al abandono del padre biológico de los niños y con la negligencia que ha resultado, pide que la corte determine que los niños no pueden ser devueltos a su país de origen o a última residencia habitual en Honduras. Sí, pido eso. Yes, I am requesting that.
You're asking the court to make specific findings that the children cannot be reunited with their biological father, as this would subject them to further neglect and personal, emotional, and financial abandonment issues, such as the ones they have faced since the father abandoned them. Is that correct?
Es verdad que usted está pidiendo al tribunal que encuentre específicamente y que dé la orden que los niños no pueden reunirse con su padre biológico, ya que esto los sometería a más negligencia y problemas de abandono personal, emocional y financiero como los que han enfrentado desde que su padre biológico los abandonó y desde que usted se hizo cargo de ellos al nacer. Yes.
You're asking the court to make specific findings that it would not be in the best interest of the children to be returned to Honduras, and that it would be in the best interest of the children to remain with you here in Texas.
Le está pidiendo al tribunal que específicamente determine y encuentre que no sería en el mejor interés de los niños que se les devuelvan a Honduras y que sería el mejor interés de los niños permanecer con usted aquí en Texas. Sí. Yes.
And you're asking the court to make a specific finding that the purpose is to safeguard the children's well-being and protect them from further neglect and abandonment by the father.
Es cierto que le está pidiendo al tribunal que determine que el propósito de esta orden y de estos hallazgos es para salvaguardar y proteger el bienestar de los niños y para protegerlos de una mayor negligencia y abandono por parte de su padre biológico. Yes.
And all of these terms are in the best interest of the children.
Y todos estos términos serían en el mejor interés de los niños. Yes.
Pass the witness.
Thank you. Anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. We rest.
Okay. The court will accept the testimony The court will accept the testimony and grant the request as ordered. Well, that as listed in the order. The court will sign the order whenever you can get it sent over.
Yes, Your Honor. We'll make sure we do that
Okay.
right away.
Thank you for your patience, Attorney Sotelo.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I apologize for rushing the court. I
Oh,
appreciate
no,
the
you're
accommodation.
fine. Everything just got thrown off from earlier, so.
Thank you. I hope you're safe and may we be excused.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Let's see, Attorney.
Honor, may I interrupt briefly? You don't mind?
Yes, Ms. Wolf, please.
Okay. It's the case is open now.
Okay. I saw you working it out.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me go back to it. Okay, give me 1 second, Attorney Wolf. I put them in order already. Let me take up this with Attorney Blakemore. Blakemore, right?
Yes, Your Honor. I promise I won't be long.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Actually, we have a slight issue with your order. So your order on, and if you can refile it, we could get it done as soon as possible. But on the portion that says medical support,
Yes, Your Honor.
it's blank.
Okay.
So it does it for medical and dental. It said findings of availability on health insurance, having considered the cost, accessibility, and quality of health insurance coverage available to the parties, the court finds, and that's pretty much what it says.
Okay.
And it's the same thing for dental. So if you will go through there and insert the amounts, if dental insurance is or health insurance is in existence, would just show that it is covered by one of the parties, or if the child is on Medicaid. I just need it clearly written in the order so I can make sure that it lines up and matches with the income withholding order. And I need.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do that right now.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, Mr. Kwaja, do you have 2 cases?
No, Your Honor, I believe I just have one for cause number DF22-11193.
Okay, I asked, I saw 2 cause numbers by your name.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that, Your Honor. I'm not too sure.
No, you're fine, you're fine. Let's see. And this, I see, hey, they filed a waiver? Okay. Okay, on their waiver, Mr. Kwaja, they said that they asked that the court not enter any orders unless the order is signed by them or they have received notice of today's hearing. Is the order signed by the respondent?
Yes, Your Honor. It's just signed by Juan Chavez.
Oh, yeah. Let me sign this and send it back to you. You can go ahead and log off.
I can log off?
Yeah,
You need to prove up? No?
Oh, it's agreed.
It's agreed? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Good to see you too. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Attorney Wolf. You go back to your case. DF1. DF1811690.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay, I see that it's open now. Thank you for working that out. I just didn't want, you all to be delayed in any way.
Yes, absolutely, Judge. I'm glad it was fixed.
Now I can see your order. Your order is agreed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me make sure. So it's agreed. He signed a waiver.
Yes, Your Honor. he also signed a affidavit of voluntary relinquishment.
Okay, yeah, you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. I do want to bring up again, though, this is a termination and an adoption, and we do not have the criminal background check yet.
That's right. On the adopting parent.
On the adopting parent, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is the stepfather.
Okay, so I do have to have that already on file just because of, the legality of it. What day do you propose it may be available? Because what I can do is I can go ahead and set you for a date after that, so you're not delayed.
That would be great. If you guys want to unmute, you went on Wednesday, Joy, just briefly. You went on Wednesday?
Yeah.
And they said 5 days?
Correct.
Okay, so, Your Honor, let's say after April 5th, Your Honor.
Perfect. April 7th.
April 7th, thank you, Your Honor, that's excellent.
All
Really
right.
appreciate that.
Of course, I want to do it as soon as possible. I know
Yes.
you all are excited to move forward with this, and I don't want to delay you too much.
Yes, we appreciate that, Your Honor.
No problem. I appreciate you all's patience.
Thank you.
Yep.
You're welcome. I will see you all next week.
See you next
Okay.
week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good weekend. Okay. Who do we have? Tony? DF 2214843. Miss Tony. All right, we're going to go ahead and go with Trailer. How are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here she comes.
Sorry.
No problem. No problem.
I didn't know how to mute it.
Not a problem. Is it Miss or Mrs.?
Miss Tony, I'm still married as a.
Okay, Mrs. Tony, are you ready to proceed with your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You'll be representing yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any children in this case?
Yes, ma'am, 2.
Do you have the affidavit to read from, or did you need me to ask you questions?
I want to say I have that sample testimony for divorce with children.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and go on the record. We're on the record in cause number DF24843. Miss Tony, would you please state your name for the record?
Brittany Labrisha Nicole Tony.
All right. And raise your right hand. Good job. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You may lower your hand and proceed with your testimony.
Okay. It says, Your Honor, my name is Brittany Labrisha Nicole Tony. I filed this suit for divorce from my spouse, Willie Charles Tony Jr. At the time I filed for divorce, I have lived in Texas for at least 6 months and in Dallas County for at least 90 days. I am asking for divorce because our marriage has become unworkable and there is no responsible expectation that we will get back together. My spouse and I have 2 children who are under the age of 18. I ask that custody, visitation, and support for our children be ordered as set out in the decree of divorce I have presented to the court. I believe that these orders will be in our children's best interest. I am not expecting a child now, and I do not have children with anyone else during this marriage. I think the next part was to read. I ask that our property and debt be divided as set out in our divorce decree I have presented to the court. I believe this division is fair to both me and my spouse. I respectfully ask the court to grant my divorce.
Okay. Let me make sure I have everything. And you were not requesting a name change, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Miss Tony, I need you to do one thing for me. I will go ahead and grant your divorce today. In reviewing the court's file, I see that Mr. Tony was served with a copy of this petition on October the 12th, excuse me, of 2022. The return has been on file with the court since November the 3rd of 2022. He has not filed an answer or a waiver, and he is in default. The court will accept the decree as written and will also sign the income withholding order that has been filed, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. The only thing I need for you to do for me, Ms. Tony, is file an affidavit of military service. And if you did file it, if you can direct my attention to it, I don't see it.
Okay, it's called an affidavit.
It's the military affidavit of, hold on. The status, the affidavit of non-military status.
Checking real quick, because I know the clerk gave me everything. I did the Austin.
Yes, I see the Austin form. Yes, I'm also missing the certificate of last known address.
Okay. I'll get that, whatever you need, Your Honor. The military non.
The affidavit of non-military status.
Okay.
And the certificate of last known address.
And that's regarding my address?
His address.
Okay, but his address hasn't changed.
Yes, but you have to certify that was the last known address.
Okay.
Yeah, so before I can sign your order, your decree, I need both of those on file with the court.
Certified last address.
No, certificate of last.
Okay.
I don't want to use the word certified because I don't want you to think you have to get anything
right
certified or anything like that. So yes, the certificate of last known address and the affidavit of non-military status. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I'll just fill those out and bring it back to the court for them to file it.
Well, you don't have to bring it. You can e-file it. It's so much easier to do it that way. Just e-file it. And once it's on file with the court, if you would just send an email to the coordinator and let her know that it's on file, I will sign the withholding order and the decree and have it uploaded and sent to you.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you. So just go online and basically e-file it and then email it to her. Right?
Yep.
Okay. This is new. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. You may be excused. All right, Miss Traylor. How are you?
Good. I'm sorry. How are you?
Good, good. Which case are you here on?
Your Honor, she's here for my case.
Oh, okay, okay. I got it. All right.
I'm almost done.
Okay, no problem. Now let me go back to Miss Acosta. Hey, how are you? Okay, so let me pull you back up, Miss Acosta. Were you able to get it figured out?
You're looking for the DF number?
Yes.
Yeah, so I only have the DF number for the for my first case, but that's for my ex. That's for Michael Garcia. That's not for my husband. And so that's where the mix-up was with the child support. They had removed Michael Garcia off the case, and then they had added my husband on there. And so what they made me do is reapply, and then they gave me a new case number. But Robert and I have not been to child support court just because of this error.
Okay. Okay, and it is two things that I need as well.
Okay.
The certificate of the last known address and the military affidavit status of the affidavit of non-military status.
Non-military status.
Mhm.
Okay.
So what you're doing is telling the court that he's not in the military.
Oh, okay.
It's a form. Both of them are forms. That's one, and then the other one is the certificate of last known address.
Okay, for myself or for him?
For him, both of those forms will be for him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I don't want to delay you anymore, you have to fix this first.
Yes.
So get that taken care of.
Okay.
You don't e-file it.
No.
So you've been coming to the courthouse to submit your documents?
Yes.
Okay, so you can e-file if you can get the forms.
Mm-hmm.
You can e-file them. If you will Google e-file texas.gov.
Okay.
And create an account, both of those forms are free to file.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can create an account, you can e-file them online, and then once they are uploaded to the system, they'll be placed in my queue. That's where I can see it and I'll be able to review it, and then I can sign your decree. But I just want to make sure that, because there was so much going on, I want to make sure that you do everything correctly, okay?
Yes.
All right. So let me reset you to next Friday. That's April 7th, okay?
Okay.
The courthouse not closed. The courthouse is open on Good Friday.
Oh, it's open?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm resetting you in the morning for April 7th of 2023. Hopefully by then you should have everything worked out.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to take a look at your decree to see if there's anything else that you would need, so you would have all of that done by next Friday, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, so on next Friday morning, just log in.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Same time, 9:30?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Same Zoom code too. You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Oh, it's a mess. Like, he is a mess.